Business Talks with Mason Danielson. On this episode, we'll have two special guests, Kyle Camello, a Chinese businessman, and Ryan Lawrence, a member of the Chinese government. So, China is the most populated country on the planet. Roughly 1.5 billion people live in China. It's a pretty large country, meaning there's a vast difference in temperatures and weather depending where you go. The average temperature is usually around 30 degrees Celsius. I'm going to call my first guest to the stage, Mr. Ryan Lawrence, member of the Chinese government. So you work for the Chinese government? What exactly do you do?
Well, I make sure everything's set in for stone for the people of China. I make sure everything's going right in the market and for all parties.
That's good. That's very important. What type of government does China have?
Well, they have a People's Republic government in China, and it's basically just set for all people.
Cool. What party's in control at the moment?
Right now, currently, it is the Communist Party that is in control.
Gotcha. What type of currency do they use in China?
They use the yen, and then it is equal to 15 cents in US dollar.
It's pretty weak.
It is
weak.
very weak.
What are the most common types of businesses that run in China?
Well, first off, we got the state-owned enterprise. Then we got the joint venture.
All right. It's been a pleasure, dude.
Oh, it has.
Thanks for coming on the show.
You're so very welcome. Thanks for having me.
Have a good day.
You too.
We're good.
For the next segment of my show, I'm going to call a special guest to the stage by the name of Kyle Camello. Famous Chinese businessman, owns over 20 companies, has been operating, doing business in China for over 30 years. Welcome to the stage, Kyle Camello. So, I've been told that you've been doing business in China for over 30 years.
Yes, yes, I have.
What has that been like?
Oh, it's been a great experience. Get to meet so many people, and just you'll learn so many new things.
Yeah, I can imagine there's so many of them over there. There's probably a lot to meet.
Oh, there's so. You walk down the street and you see like 100 of your friends.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
What are the most common imports that China brings in?
Crude oil, iron, and there are some plastics that we do bring in.
Okay.
That's about it. Those are main
Yeah.
imports.
What are the most common exports?
Ceramics, iron, and certain plastics. Like some plastics we bring in, and there's certain plastics that we bring out as well.
I mean, everything's made in China. I can imagine they have a relatively high GDP.
Oh, absolutely, everything.
Yeah, they must be doing very well for themselves over there.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
What are some of the most common customs that you should keep in mind when trying to do business in China?
Well, so when you are doing business in China, you the oldest person always goes first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's by age, and then when you do give someone a handshake, you're like typically looking at the ground, and then you always say the surname,
Okay.
and those are the three main like business.
It seems like they're pretty big on respect.
Yes.
And respecting your elders.
Yes.
That's safe to say.
Yeah, elders
Okay.
are at the peak.
Yeah, they have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Sweet. Well, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Pleasure.
Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Thanks for coming
We're
on.
going.
So in this next segment, we're going to first give some examples of how to do business in China, and then we're going to move on to show some good examples of how not to do business in China.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Damn, you're old, man. Go back to your convalescent home.
Alright.
Fine, sir. You must take this pen.
No, I can't take that.
You must take
I
this
can't
pen.
take that pen.
You must take this pen.
No, I can't.
I bequeath upon you this pen.
Okay, thank you. I will.
Oh, thank you.
You go.
Your girlfriend is so